Hey guys, welcome back to the Letterhead Studios and more Trails in the Sky. We got our tickets to go to Gransel, so let's just talk to this guy, get those tickets, and board the airship.
Antoine,
Yesterday must have been rough on you.
you scared me half to death. I hope you take some time to think about what you did wrong. Nope, not listening.
I think he's playing dumb.
Oh well, I guess we do owe him some gratitude. Thank you.
There you are!
Hi, Gustav.
The factory chief told me that the rescue went off without a hit. The professor's always been a mentor of sorts to all the engineers. So I just wanted to say thanks on behalf of everyone here.
Well, we couldn't have pulled it off without you and your crew's help. Tita was so surprised that I thought her eyes might pop out.
So that really was on purpose? Well, to fool the enemy, sometimes you have to fool your allies first. So, what business do you have at the gate?
The professor asked us to go to Gransel.
We're a little early for the 11 o'clock flight. Well, it looks like it's going to be a little late. There's still some time to drop off your bags, so I think you can take it easy in town for a bit.
That sounds like fun.
Well, if it isn't Gerald. What's going on? Did something happen? Perfect, you're all here. To be honest, we've had some trouble. What kind of trouble? It looks like the ship will be arriving a few hours late.
What?
What's going on here? More Sky Bandit trouble? Well, something like that anyway. Seems to me that the terrorists staged an ambush to disrupt the Queen's birthday celebration. All ships are grounded at port while the military conducts inspections.
That would mean...
They're probably looking for the professor's group. Which means that the ship that's bound for Gransel is being held up in Rouen. Apparently a military guard ship is coming here from Lyston Fortress instead. Ah, I get it. But if that's the case, you're going to be extremely busy soon, aren't you? No kidding. I've got to explain the situation to the customers. Which means you two have a good chunk of time to kill. We're probably gonna have to walk anyway, aren't we? This stinks like last year's diapers. If the military's coming here, I know they'll want to check out the Leibniz. I better have a talk with the factory chief.
If they check up on what happened yesterday, that won't be good.
Be careful, whatever you do. I ain't so senile that I need a couple of punk kids to tell me to be careful. Take it easy, you two.
Joshua, this doesn't look so hot.
Yeah, this could put the airliner in danger. We've got some time, so maybe we should take the highway.
Oh man, and it's been so long since I last got to ride on an airship too. This is all your fault, Colonel Richard.
Well, try to look at it as an ongoing opportunity to advance your training. So I guess we need to cancel our reservations at the reception desk. Alright, looks like we're walking. Oh crap. We are on the run. Well, things are certainly bustling around here. First, I believe I shall go see the factory chief. I have to admire the colonel for planning all this.
Okay, Hart. Anytime you want to go back to returning to normal speed would be just fine.
If we waste any more time here, the intelligence division people will catch up with us. We should head back to town while we have time.
Okay. We take the east road to get to Gransel, right?
Right, and the Sanctime Gate is to the north, along the Ritter roadway. Pass through the gate, and you're right by Gransel.
So this is the Sanctime Gate. It looks a lot like the Garoon Gate back in Roland.
Well, both gates cut through the same wall. Annenberg Wall completely surrounds the Gransel region. It was built almost 1,000 years ago, but it's solid enough that it held off the Imperial forces.
It sure looks like it'd take more than a few guns to knock it down. Still, it looks like a tourist attraction. One where you could climb up to the top and check out the view.
So you're planning to get up there and sprint all along the walls, are you?
I didn't say that. I was just thinking it'd be nice for us to have a nice quiet lunch together, just the two of us. And just talk about whatever.
Isn't that what we always do?
Never mind. Just let's get the paperwork done and move on to Gransel.
Okay, maybe it's just me, but are you mad about something?
It's just you. Let's just go in and forget this whole conversation.
Girls can be so difficult. Welcome to the Sanctime Gate. We need you to fill out some paperwork before you can be let into the capital.
Okay.
What is it with you kids these days? Are you brave or are you just crazy? Are you on some kind of hiking date on the highway?
What? A date?
Nah, it's nothing like that. We're brother and sister. Funny, you two don't look like siblings, but you do have the same last name, I guess. Okay, you're ready to go. Estelle? You seem very preoccupied all of a sudden. Are you okay? Do you want to stop and rest?
No, I'm fine. Let's just get to the capital.
If you're sure. Hey, if you two aren't on a date, are you going to see the martial arts competition?
Martial arts competition?
Wrong again? There's an annual martial arts competition held in the Royal Grand Arena. It was originally only for the Royal Guardsmen Elite, but now it's open to any willing fighter. I believe the preliminaries are starting this afternoon.
Ooh, that sounds like fun.
That's definitely right up your alley, Estelle. The Queen will be there in person, so the admission fees are being discounted. If I weren't working, I'd be there myself by now.
Sorry to hear it. Of course, I'd rather be participating than watching. See if all this training's paid off yet or not.
I can imagine. But if they're already starting the preliminaries, it'd be impossible for you to get in. We've got a job to finish, too. Don't forget. You'll just have to make do in the stands.
Too bad. Sir? Is something wrong?
The emblem on your chest. I didn't notice because of your age, but are you two bracers?
That's right.
Is there a problem? No, not a problem exactly. Jeez, I never thought. Soldier, are you loitering while you're on duty? Sir, is there a problem here? Well, sir, it's just that these two, they're bracers, sir. Bracers, huh? You two, I'd like a few minutes of your time, if that's all right.
We do need to get to the capital.
Is that so? The capital? May I ask the nature of your business in the capital?
Well, we've got a job.
What kind of job?
The professor, No. I mean, how do I put this?
I'm sorry, but we have an official guild contract. Our business with the client is a private matter. Sounds suspicious to me. I'm afraid you're gonna have to explain yourselves.
Look, I don't see what the big problem is.
Well, we received information from the military high command. The Royal Guardsmen have revolted against the Queen and are staging terrorist attacks. And it seems that some of the terrorists may have disguised themselves as bracers. So we're under orders to detain anyone claiming to be a bracer pending investigation.
What? What?
There you are.
Huh?
Why you were? I've been waiting for you. If you finished your paperwork, let's get going.
What?
I apologize, Professor. It seems we've hit a small snag that might delay our departure somewhat. Just a moment here. Who are... Allow me to introduce myself. I'm a specialist of archaeology, Professor Alba. I'm here from North Umbria State, and I'm here in Liberal for investigative research. Have you processed this man's identification? Yes, sir. His passport checks out, and the Gransel History Museum will vouch for him as well. I see. Then everything appears to check out. I apologize for the delay, Professor Alba. So what relationship do you have with these two?
Well, they're bracers. They've saved my life quite a number of times, so I decided to have them accompany me to the capital. Isn't that correct, Joshua? Stell?
Yes, that's it, all right.
Seems you two have enough proof of your identity. I apologize to you both for the misunderstanding.
No, it's not a problem.
We know how it is to have strict protocols, no hard feelings at all. Silver-tongued Joshua, how about that?
I swear I'm gonna get wrinkles if there are any more surprises. I mean, you started playing along so fast with the professor. I thought I'd forgotten our own assignment for a moment.
Hardly. I'd hoped you'd catch on a little quicker, though.
Excuse me for the poor performance, Mr. Silvertongue. Not all of us can lie with a straight face.
What was that?
Never mind.
Sorry to surprise you. It just seemed you two were in some trouble, so I spoke up. Should I have not?
Oh no, we were definitely in some trouble back there. Thank you, Professor Alba.
We appreciate your help.
My way of returning the favor. Still though, what was that argument all about anyway? I heard something about some terrorist attack.
It seems there's a gang of criminals out there who've been causing trouble while disguised as normal citizens. And the two of us were suspected of being in said gang.
Yeah, can you believe that? I swear every single person in the military has a massive stick up there.
I see. Very troubling indeed. The situation and the imagery. By the way, I heard that the incident in the Cornelia Tower wound up getting complicated. How did that turn out for you?
Well, there were a few loose ends, but for the most part, we managed to get things done.
I expected you'd do well. I could tell you two had the beginnings of great braces in you at the moment we met. I'm happy to see I was right.
Aw, we don't deserve that. We still got a lot to learn.
We're still in training as it is. But Professor, what brings you to a place like this?
Naturally, I'm on my way to the capital. I was originally going to take a ship, but I found myself short of funds. Oh well, archaeologists need to exercise too, so the walk should do me good.
You don't have to beat yourself up like that, but still, you sure are poor.
We scholars of the humanities are all experiencing financial issues, especially archaeology. Any money I make goes straight to the next excavation.
That's too bad, but we sure were lucky running into you back there. Do you want to come along with us to the capital?
Now just a moment, Estelle. I'm sure the professor's very busy with his own...
I'd love to. The road to the capital can be dangerous, so having you two nearby would be a relief. Not that it's that far to the capital anyway.
Well, if you don't mind, then we would be honored.
It's settled then. Let's get going.
Looks like an army unit. No tourists are allowed at the Arab Royal Villa. Did you not see the ordinance that was posted all over the city streets?
Actually, we're not citizens of Granson. We just recently came here by way of the Sanctime Gate.
Travelers, eh? Hard to believe anyone would want to walk on the highways with terrorist activity going on. Talk about reckless.
Setting aside the terrorist discussion for a second, what's the Arab Royal Villa?
It's a small palace to the east where the royal family resides. Sorry, but it's off limits for now. The army's using it as a base of operations for investigating the terrorist activities.
You don't say.
The roads nearby aren't off limits, but I'd suggest you keep away just to make sure no one mistakes you for one of the bad guys. Well, that's certainly grim. Personally, being told not to go somewhere just makes me want to go and see what all the fuss is about. What do you say? Wanna go poke around and see what we could see?
It's not that I'm not curious.
We did just get that warning, so I think it's best to hold off. There may be actual terrorists, like the soldier said.
Well, I think the intelligence division is just using the royal guardsmen and bracers as scapegoats.
Estelle! You really need not to say things like that out loud. If someone overhears you, then we're apt to get caught up in it.
Yeah, you're right.
Huh? Intelligence what now?
Well, let's see. Sorry, it's nothing.
Anyway, let's head to the city.
All right, you kids are no fun.
This city's freaking huge! Dad used to take me here a long time ago, but it was really this big then?
Well, it is the biggest city in the kingdom. Gransel's castle just past the main road. That's where the queen lives. There's also the Gransel Cathedral, the Grand Arena, and all the embassies for the surrounding nations.
You don't say. You sure know a lot about this city. You must have been here before, right?
Yeah, when I was little.
My, no matter how many times I see it, this city still amazes me with its beauty. Purely in terms of scale, I believe the Imperial and Republican capitals are larger, but neither feels as elegant or as refined as Gransel.
I'm glad to hear it. It's nice to hear a foreigner complimenting your home country. Which reminds me, what do you plan to do now, Professor? Are you going to be okay with staying in a hotel?
I have something else in mind. I intend to go bug the folks at the History Museum.
Oh, cool. Gransel has one of those?
They find ancient artifacts and put them on display there.
Yes, and I'll be staying there as a guest associate member. You two should stop by to visit if you get the chance.
Museums are awfully formal for my tastes. If we do come by, are you going to give us a bunch of lessons?
If that is your wish, then I certainly do my best. Just kidding. Though I do think that checking out all the exhibits would be fun. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Well, he's just as happy-go-lucky as ever. What's this guest associate thing, though? Is he a famous scholar or something?
Most likely. Now, we should probably stop in at the local guild branch before we do anything else. Not only do we need to change our branch affiliation, we need to discuss how to approach delivering the professor's message.
Yeah, you're right. Thinking about it, how are we even going to get an audience with Her Majesty anyway? And there's no way that'll be as simple as walking up to the castle and saying, "Hi."
May fortune smile upon you. With everyone together, I think we may just succeed.
Now you've got it.
If you're participating, I expect nothing less than everything you've got.
Right, we can't let those army goons beat us.
Now then, we ought to get going soon. Pardon the intrusion. Well, if it isn't Estelle and Joshua.
Oh, Karna. Wow, fancy meeting you here.
Ah, yes, we met once during the whole Sky Bandit incident. You were the rookies with Charizard, right?
Long time no see. What brings you all to Gransel? I'll field that one. They have to hurry or else they'll be late. Oops, you're right. Sorry, you two. We'll talk later.
We've got to be going.
See you later, rookies.
Pardon me.
It must be so awesome to be a full-fledged bracer.
Indeed, they all look pretty tough. But you were talking about something when we came in. What was it that I think it was? Yes. They're all leaving to participate in the big fighting tournament, the martial arts competition.
Whoa. Sorry, I'm Estelle Bright, currently of the Zeiss branch.
And I'm Joshua Bright, same affiliation. I'm Elnot. I'm with the Gransel branch. Miss Killica got in touch with me and informed me that you two would be coming soon. Could I get you to go ahead and change your affiliation now? Certainly. Excellent. I bid you welcome to the Gransel branch of the Bracer Guild. Personally, I've been looking forward to your arrival. You are the children of Cassius, are you not?
Yes. I suppose you know him?
Oh, yes. I'm ever in his debt. Is it true that he set out on a journey from which he has not yet returned?
Yeah. He hasn't been home in quite some time. He did write us a letter.
But he failed to mention where he was or what he was doing. We've traveled everywhere from Roland to Zeiss, but we've heard no news of his whereabouts. Which I suppose makes it unlikely he's still in the country. That's a pity. The Army's current counter-terrorism activities have made it difficult for us to do our jobs. With a former soldier like Cassius among us, I'd hoped it might smooth things over. Is something wrong?
Well, actually, we know what's going on behind the scenes with all of that.
let us tell you everything that's happened with the incident in Zeiss.
What's wrong?
Nothing. It's just a lot to take in. So Colonel Richard is actually in control of the Royal Army. And the counterterrorism is just a big farce put on by the Intelligence Division Special Forces. That's a little difficult to believe.
But it's true.
Talk with Kilika at the Zeiss branch. She'll confirm our story. It's alright. It's not that I don't believe you. On the contrary, a few pieces of the puzzle have just fallen into place, as it were. However, Colonel Richard is an extremely popular man in the city. Though it pains me to say so, I've been sympathetic to him all this time, and the citizens would never dream that the Colonel would be involved in any sort of conspiracy.
I figured as much.
The Intelligence Division has played everyone for fools. The Bracer Guild cannot directly interfere with military matters, but neither can we simply stand back and watch. First of all, did you accept the Professor's request?
Absolutely. The question is, how do we get an audience with Her Majesty?
That is an issue. Ordinarily, a guild letter alone would be enough to get you in. Odds are the Colonel has a strong hold on Grancel Castle as he did on Lyston Fortress.
In other words, there's no simple way in getting in touch with her.
We could probably sneak in, like we did at Lyston Fortress, but I doubt they'd be so foolish as to fall for the same trick twice.
Well, in that case, why don't we just try going like normal and see what happens? If we play our cards right, we might just get useful info out of the gatekeeper.
Fine by me, but just one piece of advice. Keep the fact that we want to see the Queen to yourself. If Colonel Richard gets wind of it, he'll likely cause us no end of trouble. I believe it would be a good idea to keep this whole matter under wraps for the time being. We must gather more intel. Just so you know, the Royal Castle is just off the main street, directly to the north. Go ahead and get what information you can, but use the utmost caution.
You bet, Mr. Elnon.
We'll let you know if we find anything. Okay, I guess that'll do it for this episode. At any rate, thank you very much for watching. Hope to see you all next time. So until then, stay tuned.